Hello and welcome to eSailing TV. Tonight we have a really treat for all of you. We are going to send live from Cicero Cup in Italy, and it's going to start in a half an hour. But before that, let me welcome my co-host in studio, Mr. Alec Wilkinson himself. Alec, welcome in studio.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you're watching around the world. We're looking forward to this. It's going to be a really exciting evening. The race itself, the first of a number of races, gets underway in, it's under half an hour's time now, but we've got lots to talk about in the meantime.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what Cicero Cup is. We are going to talk about who we are going to see doing the Cicero Cup together today. And we're going to do some interviews with one of the players participating in the race, Lucas Moore from Denmark. But Alec, let's go in and see a little bit about what we're going to see today. We're going into the players and let's see who are with us today.
Yeah, so we've got 20 boats, as you can see there, and they are from literally all around the world. We've got Italians and Germans and Spanish, but also we've got a sailor from Cuba. We've got a sailor from Australia, and so really a really varied fleet. So as you can guess from the leaderboard, we're going to have 3 races, and the top 12, is that correct, go through to the final medal race.
Yeah, top 12 are going to the medal race where the points are counting double. And Alec, we've just...
Yep.
So what we're going to see here today is a real treat in this Cicero Cup. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And I know... I don't know which boat we are going to race today. You know much more about that than I'm doing here in Denmark, because I'm a non-sailor and you know a little bit more about sailing than I do.
Yeah, we're going to sail the J70. I should explain then. So it's kind of the lowest points for those who are new to sailing and new to e-sailing. The winner gets 1 point, and the person who comes last, who's 20th, gets 20 points. So basically, it's done on the lowest scores. We will take the top 12 after 3 races, and during those 3 races, they will be able to discard their worst result, and we will put those top 12 into the medal race. So it's going to be exciting, and we suspect it's going to be close. We've got some of the top guys in e-sailing worldwide taking part. Yes, they're going to be competing, as you said, Thomas, in the J70. The J70 in real sailing is it's a boat that has about 4 or 5 crew, depending on the weight, because in reality you're trying to hit between 300 and about 350 kilos, I believe, is the optimum weight for the J70. And it's really fast, exciting boat, and I imagine it's going to be really fast and exciting this evening as well. How long are we expecting each race to be, Thomas?
It's a slow boat in e-sailing, so we're expecting each race to take around 8 to 10 minutes. So we have a lot of time to see the tactic and the strategy in the game, and also how the players are thinking when they're racing each other in this game. And you said...
It's interesting because you say it's a slow boat.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of in relation to its size. So we often race the Nacra 17 or the 49er in e-sailing, which is why the races are shorter, both in time and in distance. But the J70, the track will be longer, and for such a big boat, it's a pretty fast boat.
And one thing we're going to see today also, Alec, is how the e-sailers are going to use the boat, because we have what we call racing upwind in e-sailing and racing downwind in e-sailing. And when they're going upwind, this boat class we will see go around 5.4 to 6.2 knots in speed in game. But when they're going downwind, we will see them, if they're really good at hitting the wind, hitting almost 18 to 20 knots going downwind. So there's going to be a lot of fighting when they're going downwind, but when they're racing upwind, it's all about reading the radar, reading the wind, and capturing it the best possible way. Then they really can catch in meters on each other.
Yeah, and we'll be able to talk a bit more about the process of catching the breeze once we're into the race and we can actually see the breeze on the water. We can talk that through with you when the time comes. But I'm really looking forward to this. And we should also say hello to the yacht club in Italy that is hosting not just the eSailing regatta, but a real 470 regatta. It's part of a big celebration in the area, a big festival of culture and sport. And I understand we're being watched on the big screen. So buonasera in Formia. Formia is just south of Rome. It's about halfway between Rome and Naples. And we will speak to one of the organisers in a little while about that and about the race.
Yeah. Alec, before going into the next thing is we're going to invite the young Danish sailor Lucas Moore in studio, doing a small interview. We're going to see him race today against some of the giants. Before going in there, let's go to a small commercial break, where just so we can invite him in and have a talk with him. So please stay tuned, guys. Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on two channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really, really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching. And welcome back in studio here on eSailing TV. And we have this great pleasure to invite in Lucas Moore with us today. And Alec, will you take it from there?
Yeah, Lucas, thanks for joining us. You're going to be playing you're going to be competing in this race very shortly. You're actually sitting in Denmark, which is the beauty of eSailing. It can bring everyone together without needing to get on an aeroplane to take part. So just tell us, Lucas, first of all, what's the name of your boat? Who do we have to keep an eye out for when the racing starts?
Well, my name's very simple. It's my full name, Lucas Moore.
Okay.
Red and red boat.
Red boat.
With the Danish flag.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for the red boat with the Danish flag. So, Lucas, you're a sailor, aren't you? How does eSailing compare to real sailing?
Well, I actually talked to my dad about this just earlier today. And we agreed that it's really good for mental training, for the close situations that you can also experience in real life on the water. So that's what I've been using it for lately. And also just to practice tactics and see if they work or not.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I guess as well, I mean, we're in the sort of European summer now, so you can get out on the water, but through the winter, it's also an opportunity to train.
Yeah, I used it quite a lot during the winter. I think I did really a lot of races during the winter, as well as some real sailing when it wasn't too cold.
How often are you on the eSailing? How many hours do you think you're training on it?
I try to do at least like 4 races a day.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty much. And sometimes I do more. If it's a 12 race regatta, I try to do the 12 races in one day, but split it up over the entire day.
So what's the relationship between you and the other e-sailors? Is there quite a community? Is it quite friendly? Or are you very competitive against each other?
Well, it's really friendly. We have an online sailing club where we all talk and organize practice races and small regattas during the weekends when people are not doing their real sailing. So we're really friendly to each other, I think.
What what's the well, certainly everyone that I've met through e-sailing has been very friendly and welcoming. What's the best part of the sport of e-sailing, that is?
I think it's just to get to know people around the world. It's not for real sailing, you have to travel. And it gets quite expensive if you want to travel to Australia from Europe or to the US. So it's really an easy way to get more sailing friends and get to know more people.
Okay. Well, it's obviously a game that keeps, is being developed all the time. What do you think could be improved?
Well, the rule engine of the game. Some of the rules, they're pretty shaky. So it's hard. You get really mad sometimes when you get the wrong penalty at the mark roundings or close situations at the start.
Okay. So finally, how do you think you're going to do tonight? What's your target? Where do you want to finish? What would make you happy?
Well, I definitely have to get into the medal race. And then I hope for at least a top 10 finish, maybe on the podium,
Okay.
if everything goes well.
Lucas, very best of luck. Good luck with your racing, and we'll see. You're aiming for the top 10. We'll see how you get on, and we'll see you on the water very shortly indeed. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with AlessandroMerlino, one of the organisers of tonight's regatta.
Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info. And welcome back in eSailing TV. And what we just saw here is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do private races, so all of you can do that. But before getting ready for this Cicero Cup, let's hear more about it from the organizer himself, AlessandroMerlino.
Alessandro, buonasera, good evening. Welcome to the show. First of all, explain why this is called the Cicero Cup, or to use the Italian pronunciation, Cicero Cup.
Yes, ciao Alec, piacere di rincontrarti di nuovo. I'm very happy to meet you again. Why Cicero? Ok, there is a big summer event, c'è un grande evento estivo che viene costruito con la collaborazione del Comune di Formia, tramite l'assessore al turismo e spettacolo, e il Club Nautico di Vindicio, perché ci sono di Caposele, che poi è il nostro primo club di vela virtuale, ci ospita, diciamo. Quindi la collaborazione hanno creato, ci sono tutta una serie di eventi che riguardano il cinema, lo spettacolo, l'intrattenimento, e c'è anche la Cicero Cup, e forse faremo anche qualche altro eventino. Adesso sono in progetto, perché questo scatolone, questa scatola dura circa tutta l'estate, fino a settembre, quindi ancora abbiamo il tempo di organizzare qualcos'altro.
So let me just translate that for our viewers around the world. The town of Formia has a big festival going on. It's a cultural festival, but there's also sporting events involved, and they are organising a regatta for 470 boats. And so as part of that event, Alessandro's working with the local council to put on eSailing, and of course you're watching it on eSailing TV. Continua.
Niente, quindi il primo passo di questa organizzazione, anche mirando al fatto di collegare chi fa la vela vera alla vela virtuale, qualora sia necessario, perché a quanto pare, conoscendoci meglio gli uni con gli altri, i velisti virtuali sono quasi tutti velisti veri, cioè sono pochissimi casi di giocatori da computer, per capire. Ce n'è 2 o 3 su 50. Qui sono giocatori che non sono, magari vanno in barca per vacanza ma non per regata. Diciamo, c'è il grosso gruppo di noi, chi nel passato come me, che sono un po' più vecchietto, e chi correntemente come Matt, che tu hai conosciuto a Sarasota, o altri che hanno il codice, un nickname, quindi magari non si riconoscono giocando, ci sia che non ci pare, dicono io sono il campione mondiale dei 49er, io sono di qua, e si capisce che questo travaso poi è molto opportuno, perché sviluppa diciamo cioè le capacità nel gioco, perché come tu sai l'applicazione delle tecniche in acqua è identica a quelle virtuali. La
Okay, so just
Quindi facciamo questo travaso facendo partecipare anche
che traduco. So Alessandro was just explaining that a lot of the sailors competing in this particular event are sailors in their own rights, not just e-sailors, but actual real sailors, and have competed in all sorts of other classes like the 49ers and so on. So this is an opportunity for them to come together and compete at the highest level. So Alessandro, Parlami un po' di questo yacht club, di questo circolo nautico di Formia, dove appunto cos'è il pubblico che ci sta guardando adesso. I'm just asking Alessandro to tell us a little bit more about the Formia Yacht Club, who are watching on a big screen right now and are hosting this event.
Yes, for first thing, the yachting club is in a position match because it's close to the Pineta on the back with the
Pine
ring
Pond,
and
yeah.
the Gulf of Gaeta. That is a wonderful place worldwide. The typical in the afternoon has land wind, and so you have super light sea and strong wind with some shift because the land is fantastic for race. There is a very high community of windsurfer and all the similar jobs like windsurf. And this sailing club is very famous because in FIV, the Italian Federation of Sail, they use this location a lot of time for a lot of events, starting for Vorian, also a small boat, until yacht sailing, classic sailing boat of 30 meter. And they are a very contract calendar, hanno un calendario molto fitto di regate durante l'anno ed sono molto ben conosciuti. Hanno questa location meravigliosa da cui faremo forse ci vedrà qualcosa anche sabato sera durante il nostro evento e il loro evento, che saranno concomitanti, cioè uno dopo l'altro, per cui ci sarà da ridere vedendo i velisti veri che magari sono alle prime armi sul virtuale e viceversa, magari si vedranno quelli che sono andati meno bene in acqua, che invece sono campioni con la vela virtuale, che fanno la vera Cicero Cup. Perché Cicero, mi chiedevi? Guarda, è stata proprio l'idea, sai, quella costa là, Enea, c'ha un passato classico, la costa sì, la via Flacca, quella che collega, diciamo, da Sperlonga a Gaeta, che è un pezzo di costa, a parte di una bellezza con le acque cristalline, per cui questo scatolone di eventi, di cui la maggior parte sono, ti ripeto, di cinema e spettacolo, sono stati intitolati a Cicerone, che era, diciamo, dell'epoca il romano presente, da cui è venuta la Cicero, ci sta la Cicero Actor Cinema, la Cicero Best Movie of the Year e la Cicero Racing Cup. Questo è.
So I'll just translate that. So basically, we've gone back to why it's called the Cicero Cup. Obviously, Cicero was a famous Roman. We're just south of Rome. Formia is about 150 kilometers from the capital down towards Naples. And so this cultural festival has been named after him. But the great thing about the event, he was saying, is that at this sailing club, there'll be a chance for non-sailors to have a go, who play e-sailing, to have a go at actually sailing real boats, with everything that all the kind of the humor and the fun that'll create, and vice versa, experienced sailors having a go at e-sailing. So that sounds like a really fascinating time. Sarà una serata molto bella, molto divertente. Tu purtroppo non puoi essere qui con noi. Ultima domanda: dove sei? Perché non
Io se volete un collegamento lo faremo, perché io sono sull'isola di Ponza, dove avevo organizzato, sai che io faccio il broker, no? Per cui vendo e noleggio barche, in più ce n'è una in gestione. I miei amici questo weekend avevano visto che ero libero fino a domenica, perché pensavamo di fare questo evento domenica sera noi, dapprima con i regatanti in acqua. Io volevo essere presente particolarmente con loro, che ne avevano bisogno, per cui mi ho impegnato questo weekend, però poi alla fine è stato fatto questo cambiamento, ormai siamo per partire. Guarda, io tra un'ora mi metto in macchina e vado a Nettuno, sarò a Ponza, per cui sarò in uno scenario meraviglioso e magari troviamo il modo di girare 30 secondi che io sono lì, magari sarò all'ancora sulla mia barca con il tablet aperto per fare la Cicero Scap e magari vi regalo o qualche shot, qualche foto, se no anche un 10-15 secondi di video, perché no?
Benissimo. So Alessandro's, although he's not at the yacht club tonight because he's actually he's going to be on his boat on part of a weekend voyage. So he's hoping to connect somehow using his tablet and might even be competing. Finally, and then I'll let you go, Alessandro. We last talked at the eSailing World Championships in Florida last year. This year, the final will be in Bermuda. Do you think we're going to see you there?
I give you immediate replay because this is the main question of all us, everybody. Why? Because last year I think we assumed the high level player will be almost 15. 8 of us we were lucky we got to Sarasota, but each one can win because one race, a final, one winner, everybody can win. It's not a championship with a classic with at the last there is a winner. This year is similar because there are the playoff in September, and now I think high level player 50, not more 15.
50. Okay, that I was going to ask.
Because we are in maximum level, and so all the lower level can rise up, but we cannot rise up because we are in the top now. It's impossible to go faster than Filippo di Velista 71 or Cruzolator. We are in top level. Maybe you fault in a race, but in the medium, the other can reach our level, but we can go up. And so the group of main sailor will be bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I hope to be there, but I don't know.
Okay, Alessandro, hopefully we will see the boat Merlino in the final again. Good luck with that, and good luck to everyone competing in the Cicero Cup.
Thank you, my friend.
Hello and welcome back in eSailing TV. And Alec,
Look, I've changed my clothes.
Alexander.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. and we are going to do a lot of things now. The servers are ready. We're going to see it start in a few seconds. But let's go in and see who's with us in this race.
Yep, so these are the 20 sailors starting this Cicero Cup competition. The world champion from France, L1, AlessandroMerlino of Italy, has joined us from his boat. The man we've just been listening to, Havoc of Turkey, Velista 71 or 71 of Italy, Cruzolator, one of our organisers of this event from Spain, Secret Sailing from Germany, Lucas Moore from Denmark, we've heard from him already, España 1731, then we've got HSC Bundesliga team, they could only be from Germany. In fact, another German boat, Roxy Johnny, is in there. Deja Vu of Great Britain, Confluentia of Switzerland, Maradoni of Great Britain, Laf Paco of France, the Cuban Azere. And then we've got another Italian, Luca 56124, Oho of the Netherlands, Coach of Australia, 767 of Ukraine, and the Belgian Red Dragon. So they are our 20 competitors, 3 races to go, and we will decide who the top 12 are at the end of those 3 races. And the top 12 will go to the double point medal race. So that's the leaderboard there. And very soon we're going to go to the race course. And of course, watching... this kind of is the yacht club in Formia. They're watching on a big screen there, and this is all part of their evening's entertainment. Yeah. So excitement down in Formia, and we're waiting for this first race in the J70 to get.
And Alec, I can see the server started, so let's have some intro music and get ready.
All right, so you can see in our split screen, we are about 32 seconds away from the start of this race. And if we can go into the screen, there we go. So you've got the start line with the committee boats at one end, and the buoy, the yellow buoy or buoy, if you're watching in the States, at the far end. They're jostling for position, 14 seconds to go. And we've got AlessandroMerlino in the hunt there, but they can't be over early. and that is that one black sailing boat has gone over early, so he's got to come back and he's got to start again. But the race is go. Race 1 of the Cicero Cup is underway, and the majority of the fleet looking like they're going up the centre or left-hand side. A few tacking away now, heading towards the right.
Yeah.
Early days yet, but you can see where they stand, where their positions are on the left-hand side of the screen.
And when we're watching this, Alec, it's fantastic to see it. So many boats in one race. Normally we see 6 to 9 boats, but here are 20 boats. What a fight they have. Let's try to watch it, what we call in 2D from top. And you can see here from left, Maradoni, Great Britain, Velista 7-1, the Cuban boat. They're all, the Cuban boat getting a penalty in a few seconds. We can see it here, they're tagging along. And they are all fighting for getting their way up towards the top mark.
So there we go. They're heading obviously to the top of the screen as we watch it. As you said, Thomas, in fact, this is the first televised 20-boat race in eSailing. So it's just the excitement of having so many boats on the racecourse, but we're making a little bit of eSailing history as well in this really fresh, new sport.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it looks like out in front is Luca 56124 of Italy.
Let's try to go closer to him and see. Here we can see his boat. This orange boat with the shark on, that's Luca. And Danish Lucas Moore just behind him, and they're tacking to the side. What we're going to do, if you're not a pro sailor and you're seeing this for the first time, watch the radar in the top left. Up there you can see where the wind are. And the wind, that's the dark area on the radar. That's where the wind are. And you can also read the wind socks. And we can see the wind is coming from top and going straight down on all the boats. And this one we see here with the huge light. What Alec called the light from heaven. That's gate mark number 1. And Alec, the boats are going to race up here. And they're going to race close together. We have the Belgian boat Red Dragon in front, according to the server. He's placed here. But Luca is coming from the side.
But that Red Dragon, he's going to have to tack into the mark. But at the moment, Luca 56124, I thought he'd hit the ley line, but he hasn't. The ley line is that dotted line taking us into the top mark. And Lucas Moore is in a good position coming into that mark. And it's a case of how many of these boats coming in from the right-hand side as we're looking at it are going to get in front. But in the end, Luca 56124 has it at the top mark. Then comes that Red Dragon, Confluentia, Lucas Moore of Denmark, and 767. They're all coming in. Velista 71 of Italy, Roxy Joni and Deja Vu in there as well. So they go round this top mark and then the fast spreader mark, which is there to keep the fleet apart because obviously it's a big fleet.
And we have a penalty to the
AlessandroMerlino coming in really fast at the back of the fleet there.
So we can see they're splitting a little bit up. It's because when you're reading the radar, the wind is coming straight down from them in the middle, but it's going best in the left side over here, where you can see the Cuban boat is sailing to. That's where the most of the wind are according to the radar, but the shortest distance are in the right side at the moment. And we can see Luca is more than 59 meters ahead. That's really impressive. Normally you only need 34 meters to win the race. So he's in front all by himself. Rest of the other boats are fighting for position at the moment with this huge wind shadow in this boat. And it's around 32 meters big.
Okay, so Luca hitting that bottom gate at about 13 knots, and now he is heading back upwind, needs to get his speed up again. And looking at these boats, Lucas Moore coming in just on the inside of the buoy there. And he's going to go up into second place with that manoeuvre. And already we're going to see well, I was going to say we're going to see a split of opinion with some going left and some going right. But the leaders think all going up the right-hand side. Where is Luke 56124?
He's in the middle, and it's because the wind are coming from left towards right, and it's the dark area of the radar is in the middle, and he's waiting for the wind to shift. But what we saw when they're coming around these marks, did you see all these transparent boats? It's penalties, either for hitting the mark or being hit by another boat. And the organizer, AlessandroMerlino, is on 19th place, all by himself. And we have Luca in front. So let's go to the middle. Let's see it in 2D. Here we can see it. Luca in front. Lucas Moore second. Third is the Ukrainian boat. And then we have the Cuban boat here. And here we see something. They're fighting for position down here. But it's these 5 boats in top we're going to see being in top 5.
So Luca looked like he'd built up some lead, some advantage on this second upwind leg. But Lucas Moore closing, and we got speed on first and second, so it's 5.9. So they're matching each other for speed, really. Yeah. But clearly, unless Luca makes a mistake, Lucas Moore needs to go faster.
And here we see a penalty to Red Dragon made by the Ukrainian boat. This is about port. It's because the wind are coming from into the right side of the sail, so all the boats going from right towards left, when they'll be hitting by some of the other boats, they will get a penalty. So here we have Luca all by himself.
Red Dragon had to give way there. Yeah. He didn't, and so the penalty was given. Right, so our leader is already at top mark, and he will now head downwind towards the finish line. Lucas Moore is in second place, and then comes 767, the blue sail with that yellow star
from Ukraine.
The 2 white sails coming in next, Roxy Joni and Ballista 71 of Italy.
And did you see that penalty to Red Dragon? It was costly. He was going from 3rd position to 6th, so he has to fight his way back. And what I'm saying in eSailing TV, when they're going downwind here, the boats in front are in what we call the defending position, and the boats from behind are in the attacking position. Let's see if we can hit that mark with all the boats here, so we can see what they're doing. And they're all going to the left side. They're doing it because the wind are coming from left towards right, and there's most of the wind, the dark area of the radar, are in the left side.
Yeah, so the dark on the sea, on the ocean surface, is the wind shadow, and that's where the wind is. But I'm looking at the gap. Luca, our leader, is going to be at the finish line very soon, because he has built up almost 150-meter advantage on the chasing boats.
He is so much in front, we can't see him in 2D mode. He will win this race for himself. He is going over the finish line. Let's see it here. It's Luca getting the win.
And race 1 goes to SMPJ Luca 56124 of Italy. So far ahead, over 150 meters advantage from the second place boat. But it's really close for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Let's have a look. Oh, Lucas Moore just pipped by 767, just beaten on that finish line for 2nd and 3rd. We'll have to get confirmation of that. It looks like the computer's given it to Lucas Moore, that 2nd place. We'll wait for that to sort itself out. Red Dragon, who picked up that penalty on the 2nd upwind leg, suffered for it and finishes round about 6th place. And here we go, the back of the fleet finishing. So confirmation then of how they finished. Luca 56124 in 1st. Lucas Moore was given 2nd. The Ukrainian was given 3rd. Then comes Ballista 71 in 4th. Red Dragon will have to make do with 6th. The world champion L1 is 7th in that race. Maradoni of Great Britain in 8th, the Cuban in 9th, and Havoc, another World Championship finalist last year, is in 12th, Deja Vu in 13th, and that's how they finished. And AlessandroMerlino, in the end, managed to make up a couple of places, finishing in 18th.
And Alec, we will be back in studio here. What a fantastic start of this race. Before going into the next race, we will go to a small commercial break. So all of you, please stay tuned and wait up for the next race. This is going to be interesting. The scoreboard you just watched is the VR scoreboard. We are going to do a manual scoreboard, so you can see the winner will get 1 point, and then you will get a point more and more and more for the position you will get. This was the first out of 3 races, and then we will end up with a medal race. So please stay tuned and see what happens more in the race.
Race number 2 coming up.
Hi. Thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back. We are following the Cicero Cup that is taking place, well, all around the world as part of the virtual regatta season. It's a special event, a special regatta that's been put on Sailing TV. And well, we've had an exciting first race. We've seen one of the Italian boats really dominate that race, and we'll look at the stats and the data in a moment, and we'll confirm how they finished. Lucas Moore of Denmark was in 2nd place. It was pretty close for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So, if you've just joined us, let's fill you in on how the rest of the evening is going to go. We've got a 2nd race coming up in a few minutes' time. We're just going to drill down and look at the analysis of race 1. Then we'll have race 2, and then race 3. And then out of those 20 boats, we're going to take the top 12 who are going to compete in a double points medal race. And there's medals and prize money and all sorts of things. We're being watched live on the big screen at the yacht club Capocele, Circolo Nautico Capocele in Formia, which is a town just south of Rome, who are organising a big sporting and cultural festival at the moment. And there's a big 470 regatta happening not right now, but over the weekend. And eSailing is just a little part of this big sporting festival. Okay, let's have a look at this graphic then. Let's see where the race was won and lost. And we'll be able to focus in on that. We're just checking out the data that's coming in off the virtual water. If you're tuning in for the first time, I can tell you that of the 20 sailors, we are watching some of the top guys in the world of e-sailing. Many of them were in the e-sailing World Championship final, Sarasota, Florida, last year. How many of them, I wonder, will make it to the final of the World Championships this year? If you've never taken part, it's not too late. Get onto Virtual Regatta and sign up and get practicing. Can we zoom in on these stats? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get a little bit closer to the screen to be able to see what we're looking at here. So Lucas Moore, there we go. That's better. So we can see it was an interesting start. I can only see really the top parts of the 20 there. Here we go. Thanks, Thomas, for scrolling up. So our leader then had a terrific start. He was first over the line, both at the start, and he held that lead and held on to that lead all the way to the finish. So, and won by quite some distance, well over 100 meters distance between Luca 56124 and the rest of the fleet. Lucas Moore kind of started the top 10 and worked his way up. Plenty of overtake in those first legs. Let's just scroll down. So the sailors who are watching this can also see how they did in that race and where they won and lost. So let's just go to the overall leaderboard then and see where they stand. Race 1 then went to number 16, Luca 56124, and it's done on a low scoring total. So the positions you see there are their positions overall. Remember, the top 12 only go through to the final. So the top 12 at the moment, if my maths is correct, are the ones down to blue. Is that right, Thomas?
Yeah, that's right. It's made so the first 3 positions is gold, silver, bronze, and then the blue ones are those are going to the middle race, and those with red color are out of the race when we're going after 3rd races.
Okay, so basically still loads and loads of racing to go. 2 races. And remember, they're doing it's 4 laps of the race course for each race. 2 upwind, 2 downwind to the finish. So plenty of opportunities for those in the red to move their way back up the leaderboard to make the final. So how long have we got to go to race 2, Thomas?
Race 2 is starting within a minute. I can see all the skippers are joining the server now. So we're just waiting it to generate. Well, I don't know what happened. Somebody killed the server. The server is gone. So Alec, we will just go to a small commercial break. And then we'll wait to the server to pop up again. Because we want to see race number 2 in between all these giants. They're fighting for position, and I have to say to all you viewers, it's fantastic to see you learning something from our videos. After we've been showing how to do private races, I can see there's more than 10 private races running at the moment. Fantastic. Thank you for watching eSailing TV. We're doing more content for you so you can learn more. So guys, this time we'll do something about the scoreboard while we're waiting up for the server to generate. Hi and welcome to eSailing TV. Today we're going to explain something about the scoreboard. A lot of you players have asked us about it. Players around the world are fighting in the spring playoff. Right now we can see the scores are here. Races, they've been doing average score, best series score, but what does everything mean? We'll try to explain how you will get to the top, how you will get your points, and how to do it when you want to race. After this we'll just go over here. Now you can see this is what we're doing. We are going to an 18 hours channels. What you can see is you minimum have to 5 races. This is the red area. You have 12 hours to do it, but what does it mean? What does it mean to the score? This means you get a best series score, or a score that's 5 races scored together, divided with 5, that's giving you the result. When we are getting into the race, we have to watch how it goes in the scoreboard. Here we can see Cruzolator. He has 100 points out of 5 races in his series races. But what does this number mean? Does it mean he has been racing 5 times? No, it means that he got this score after 5 races. Example, here we have AC American Magic. He had the best series score, ended at race 11. So, how to get the points? When you're winning a race, you get 100 points. Second place is 69, and so on and so on. And these points will calculate into this. Watching Cruzolator's result, he got 5 first places. Out of the 5 first places, he got 5 times 100 points. That's a score of 500 divided with 5. That's giving him a score of 100 points. But if you got a first, second, third, first and first, then we get 100, 69, 51, 100 points. That's giving a score of 420 divided with 5, 84 points. This is the way points are calculated. I hope you learned a little bit about it. Stay tuned and watch us for further information.
Watching eSailing TV, welcome back to our live coverage of the Cicero Cup, and it is race 2 of 3 to qualify for the double points medal race. So things really hotting up now. We've had the first race that went to Italy's Luca, and we will see how he gets on this time. So if we can zoom in to that race, I believe they're underway now. So race 2 is underway, and it's a good start for the British boat, Maradoni. Espana 1731 is also in the hunt, sitting there in second place at the moment. We've got teams from Turkey, from Cuba, from all over the world competing, and of course the sailors sitting in home country. That's how they stand going into race 2, with Luca 56124 of Italy out in front. He's the man to catch. Plenty of racing still to come. Let's get back to the action. We watch from above as they close in on that yellow mark at the top of the course. About 300 meters to go of this first upwind leg, the first of 4 legs as they race each other. Some of the top names in eSailing here.
And what we're just seeing here, Alec, as we told in the start, it's a slow boat going upwind. We can see the average speed is 6.0. The maximum speed I have experienced is 6.3 when they're going upwind. So it's slow strategic tactic work to have to do when they're going upwind towards the gate mark. And see how slow it's going. There's 230 meters left. Nice and slow going up, but when they're racing downwind, that's where the fight is going to be. Let's try to go into a boat and see it here in 3D. So right now they're just tacking along, throwing dirty air on each other, trying to penalty each other, so we're getting a slowdown. And a slowdown upwind is not that costly. It only costs 6 meters in total. And we have a small fight here, just to say Maradoni, he's want to control the Spanian boat, but he is also under control by the Ukrainian boat, so he has to wait till the Ukrainian boat is tacking along.
So an interesting battle on this left ley line, the ley line being the white dotted line. That is the most efficient way of sailing to that top mark. That's the direction they're all aiming for. And in a moment, we're going to see the fleet on the other side of the mark. So, okay, so we've now changed angle. So let's stick with this, and we will watch the two sides of the fleet from the left and from the right converging in on this top mark.
And we're going to see a lot of penalties. Those coming from the left towards right have the priority. So if those coming from the right side sails into them, they will get a penalty. So here, HSC Bundesliga team.
The Germans who are out in front coming into the top mark. Lucas Moore in the hunt again. He was second in the last race. He is determined to make that medal race and prove himself with the best. So there's a spreader mark which keeps the fleet apart. They're sailing across to that now, and you can see the big spinnakers at the front of those boats heading to the left of the screen. They fill with air, they accelerate down over the sea, and with the J70, you would see them plane along over the ocean as they head downwind, and you can see the acceleration, 15 knots. So they had more than doubled the speed of when they were coming upwind, and I reckon the leaders are almost at the bottom gate. So which way are they going to go? Is Lucas Moore going to follow the German boat around the gate? They can choose. Do they go around the left one or do they go around the right one? These two, I suspect, are going to stick together so that Moore keeps in touch with the leader.
And they're splitting up. Lucas Moore going the opposite way. Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. We can watch this battle unfold as second, third and fourth now come into the bottom gate. L1, the world champion, is round in fourth. 767 of Ukraine also had a great first race, is having a good second race now. So, AlessandroMerlino, one of our local organisers, he's in the hunt. He's sitting in fifth, so he's coming back from a poor first race. We've just seen Roxy Johnny go round. And our winner from race one is currently sitting in seventh. There you go. You can see him trying to gather speed upwind again.
And here we see a penalty to the blue boat. It's Laf Paco with a penalty. He got the penalty to sail into one of the other boats because the other boat had the priority. And how do we know about the priority rules? Here we're taking two boats. When you are zooming into the boats with the red ring on will not get the penalty if another boat is hitting them. So if we are focusing example on Cruzolator here, now he's tagging away. Let's focus on Luca. If another boat is closing Luca and we're focused on him, if he's getting a red ring, the other boat will get a penalty.
So upwind they go. Now you can see our leaders. You can see just how much they've slowed, but you can also see how close they are. So Lucas Moore has closed the gap on the Bundesliga team of Germany. Interestingly enough, the Bundesliga is actually a sailing league in Germany, and they do sail J70s. So I'm thinking, I don't know who is on board that Bundesliga team boat, but I suspect it might be one of the sailors that compete.
I have some extra info about this guy. He's profile of the week on eSailing TV. He's 14 years old, fighting Lucas Moore. There's just 19, and his favorite boat is actually the Nacra 17. But he's still doing a fine strategic job here. He's sitting in Hamburg and playing, and the reason why he's called this name is because he wants his local team to go up to the Bundesliga again, but it didn't go that way. So German first, Lucas Moore second.
Yeah, you have to qualify to compete in that. So we've got a 14-year-old at the head of this race being chased by a 19-year-old. So a really wide age range. If you were with us at the start of the show, you'd have seen our interview with AlessandroMerlino, who I know won't mind me telling you he's in his 50s. So a real range of ages here. And at the moment, it's a German, followed by a Dane, followed by the French L1 in third.
And let's try to go to a new position. See how they're splitting up, Alec. If we're reading the radar, most of the wind are on the left side, at the left lane mark here, where we see a huge fight between Lucas Moore and HSC Bundesliga. And the Ukrainian boat all by himself at the right side. Let's see the speed. 12.2, 12.5, 13.
So as we watch the rear enders round that top mark, let's now follow the battle towards the finish line. With our leaders, there is the finish line, the yellow line right ahead of us, and Lucas Moore, I don't think is going to be able to catch Bundesliga team. But I tell you what, there's only 12 meters in it, but it's not enough for Lucas Moore to close the gap. The victory goes to the German, and the Dane takes second for the second time, and I suspect that might see him go to the top of the leaderboard overall. Here comes L1 in third, the Frenchman and world champion, and 767 of Ukraine. Once again, a good result from him. And then AlessandroMerlino and Azere of Cuba in the hunt for 5th and 6th. Havoc of Turkey in 7th. And our winner from race 1, Luca, 56124 of Italy, is in the top 10 as well. So those results all changing on the left-hand side, as you'd expect, as the computer does its calculations. But there we are. There's confirmation then of the winner from Germany, Lucas Moore in second, L1 third, the Ukrainian 767 in fourth, and a much better result for AlessandroMerlino in 5th. 8th in the end for Luca. Deja Vu of Great Britain in 9th. The Belgian, Red Dragon, in 13th. The Dutchman, Oho, in 14th. Velista 71, 19th. Oh, and our early leader in this race, Maradoni, in the end fell back to finish in 17th place, a full minute almost behind them. So we had some stats flashing through there, and it's interesting with this J70 because so far the start has proved crucial. Whoever's got the best start and has been at the front near the beginning of the race has managed to hold that lead. But we've got to say, what a terrific performance from the German, the 14-year-old German from Hamburg.
Yeah. But Alec, let's see the result when we have been doing it manually. We saw the results here, so let's see how the new points are. We will do that after a small break, so please stay tuned here on eSailing TV. Thank you for all of you watching us. Right now we can see we are hitting all the records in eSailing TV, so thank you for following us. Please subscribe, please do something, please help us to grow up eSailing and to make eSailing TV great. Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching. And welcome back to eSailing TV. We are going to have Alec with us again here, and welcome to Alec.
Thomas is very busy indeed, working out the maths to do the leaderboard so that we can confirm where everybody is going into the final qualifying race. So time is running out for those who are not in the top 12 right now. They've got one more race in order to qualify, and very shortly we'll be able to show you that leaderboard. Oh, here it is. That's the results from the last race, from race 2, which has seen Red Dragon, the Belgian sailor, in 13th place. This is how the race unfolded. Cruzolator, one of our more established sailors here, one of our more experienced sailors, started well but dropped right off. I don't know what happened there. He kind of got caught up in a battle, I think, with Maradoni of Great Britain, and that saw them drop down as the German and the Dane sort of took the lead and then managed to hold on to that lead. But look, every sort of up and down is basically an overtake. So you can see just how much overtaking took place in that J70 race, race 2 of qualification.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on...
I think we're back with you live. Third race of qualifying for the Cicero Cup, this brand new event on eSailing TV, but brand new event for eSailing, organised by Cruzolator and AlessandroMerlino, and both of them, I think, are having a bit of a difficult time on the actual racetrack. So you can definitely see there's no favouritism amongst the organisers, because they've had a bit of a difficult time in race 1 and 2. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back very shortly with race 3, the final race in qualifying.
Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race... Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info.
Welcome back to our live coverage here on eSailing TV, live coverage of the Cicero Racing Cup, a brand new eSailing competition. We're bringing together eSailors from all around the world. We're on a big screen at the sailing club in Formia in Italy. A tutti che ci stanno seguendo a Formia o in Formia, tra Roma e Napoli, buona serata a voi. Abbiamo la terza gara, la terza corsa fra poco. So, let's have a look at the leaderboards, the results from the first two qualification races, and that tells us that Lucas Moore of Denmark, who we had a chat with before the regatta began, he was confident. He was aiming for a top 10 finish overall, but he's doing everything right so far. He's got a 3-point advantage over 767 of Ukraine. He's managed third and fourth. Well, we've started race 3. Okay, so let's just get out there and see how that unfolds, because the final qualification race is already underway. Just a few seconds ago, we're at the top mark, and we can see the leader is the French world champion L1. Luca is in second, and Azera is in third. But I'm looking down the list to see where Lucas Moore is, currently sitting in 11th place. If he wants to hold on to that overall lead, he's going to have to work his way back up the fleet in this final qualification race. Leaders around, heading downwind. That's Luca back up in front. He had a great first race. He won it, and by some margin. But will he be caught by L1? He's very fast, is Luca 5612, very fast downwind. Rest of the fleet around. Baloo at the moment bringing up the rear. Valista 71 of Italy in 18th. So we're watching the battle of the leaders. And it is so close, isn't it?
See how they're trying to use the rules of penalties. This is why we're seeing L1 tacking in behind and trying to hit the other boat, because he had the priority. If he was hitting Luca, Luca would get a slowdown downwind around 12 meters. And here they're coming around the mark.
So around they go and head upwind for the final time. Havoc of Turkey, Cruzolator of Spain.
Cruzolator with a penalty for hitting one of the other boats.
For him, and a penalty also for Bundesliga team, our winner from race 2. So there was an infringement at that bottom mark. Penalties also for the for Valista. In fact, you can see the red marks for yourselves. So the congestion at that bottom gate creating all sorts of problems, and that will have shuffled the pack from around about the middle of the fleet all the way to the back. Let's fly forward. Let's have a look then from the top of the course. And Luca 56124 of Italy still out in front. There's not much in it though. But I'm looking to see what has happened to L1, who's dropped down the fleet according to the stats there.
It's because he's taking a chance going to the left lane, Mark. You cannot always trust the server here, but in this case, Luca is in front. L1, I think L1 is a little bit mad here. I don't think, maybe he's lacking a little bit. We can see how he's turning around. So L1 actually losing his momentum. Maybe has got some lacking or something where he lost his position. So he's almost out of the race. So let's go back to the top mark here and see what happens. And here we go.
So they're going to come to this top mark. They will round it and then head downwind towards the finish line. And everyone heading out towards the, as we look at it now, that right-hand side of the course. And they're all going to have to tack back into this mark. Havoc and Luca now heading in, so it's Luca out in front. And we know just how fast the Italian is downwind. And it will be interesting to see if anyone can catch him.
And a bonus info, Luca won the spring playoff. So he got one of the spots for playing the playoffs for going to the World Championship. So he is also showing his power, how good he is in eSailing, winning over some of the great sailors in the world.
Spain 1731 second, Turkey's Havoc in third. And Havoc is the Turkish for carrot. And if you met the sailor on board that boat, you would know that he has ginger hair, and that is why he has called himself Havoc. We love all these little stories.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about meeting some of the players around the world, especially from the World Cup Championship, the first one. And we can see 6 of the players are here online with us.
So we're watching the AlessandroMerlino once again at the back of the fleet. But let's head forwards now and see the leaders, because they're coming into the finish line. And it's going to be close for second and third, isn't it? I think Luca 56124 of Italy is going to have this victory. But what about the battle between the Spaniard and the Turk? Who's going to take second? Who's going to take third? You can see the distance there, the advantage that Luca has had. Another resounding victory for the Italian in race 3, having won race 1 already. But it's neck and neck between Havoc and España. And we will have to wait and see when we get confirmation who got that second place. But Cruzolator is over, I think, in 4th. And then comes the Ukrainian, who is second overall, and Luke, I think, is going to be given 8th or thereabouts. We'll have to wait for confirmation of the results as Red Dragon of Belgium.
I think the players are having a battle. We can see the game is lacking a little bit at the moment, so they have to go in and fight for it.
Okay, so Havoc took second place then. España 1731 took third. Azera of Cuba in 4th. And Cruzolator, I think that's his best result of the evening so far, in 5th place. Not, Bundesliga team finishing in the top 10, but down in 7th. And once again, once we work out the leaderboard, it'll be interesting to see what the implication of that is. Lucas Moore finishing just behind him in 8th, Red Dragon 15th, and AlessandroMerlino making up a place right at the end, coming in 18th place.
And Alec, we're going to take a little break because we're going to do the calculation of the leaderboard now, and it's pretty hard because one of the races don't count. So the baddest races for each player don't count. I'm giving them 0 points in there, and then we'll see who will be in top 12. And so before doing that, let's see how the results are at the moment.
So that's how they went into race 3. That will have changed. We got, Luca 56124 won that race will that be enough to take him to the top of the leaderboard? But basically, they all have a discard, is what Thomas was saying. They've all got a discard. They can choose their worst results and discard it. And then we will calculate who the top 12 are, and they will go through to the medal race. At the moment, AlessandroMerlino is in 12th place. But Velista71, I think, had a pretty good result, as did Cruzolator. So we may see a shuffling of the pack around the middle of the fleet there. So let's take our break, Tom. And when we come back, having carefully done the maths, we'll be able to see who goes into the medal race and in which position.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching. Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatical using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info. Hi and welcome to eSailing TV. Today we're going to explain something about the scoreboard. A lot of you players have asked us about it. Players around the world are fighting in the spring playoff. Right now we can see the scores are here. Races, they've been doing average score, best series score, but what does everything mean? We'll try to explain how you will get to the top, how you will get your points, and how to do it when you want to race. After this we'll just go over here. Now you can see this is what we're doing. We're going to 18 hours channels. What you can see is you minimum have to 5 races. This is the red area. You have 12 hours to do it. But what does it mean? What does it mean to the score? This means you get a best series score, or a score that's 5 races scored together divided with 5. That's giving you the result. When we are getting into the race, we have to watch how it goes in the scoreboard. Here we can see Cruzolator. He has 100 points out of 5 races in his series races. But what does this number mean? Does it mean he has been racing 5 times? No, it means that he got this score after 5 races. Example, here we have AC American Magic. He had the best series score, ended at race 11. So, how to get the points? When you're winning a race, you get 100 points. Second place is 69, and so on and so on. And these points will calculate into this. Watching Cruzolator's result, he got 5 first places. Out of the 5 first places, he got 5 times 100 points. That's a score of 500 divided with 5. That's giving him a score of 100 points. But if you got a first, second, third, first and first, then we get 100, 69, 51, 100 points. That's giving a score of 420 divided with 5, 84 points. This is the way points are calculated. I hope you learned a little bit about it. Stay tuned and watch us for further information. And welcome back in eSailing TV. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the scoreboard ready. And I just have to say, between position number 12 and 13, we have a tie. But according to the results, we can see it in here. It's going to be a win for one of the guys from the longest away from us.
Show us this leaderboard. We're dying
are you sure you want to see it?
We've worked out the top 12. Remember, the top 12 are going to the medal race. Luca is out in front, having won 2 races. That was pretty inevitable. They've managed, of course, they can discard their worst results. So that's why he's got a 0 in race 2. Lucas Moore, 2 second place finishes for him. He's in second, and then the German Bundesliga team who won race 2, he is in third place. Now, remember that it is double points in the medal race, so you can get your calculators out and try and work out who is still capable of winning a medal there. I'm looking at this for the first time, just like you, so I'm trying to do a bit of mental arithmetic. Cruzolator managed to make it into the top 20, but bad luck to Red Dragon of Belgium.
We have a mistake on it. Azir is he didn't get a discard, but still, it doesn't change anything. Red Dragon is just outside of the race, so it's going to be Velista taking position 12.
So Velista takes position 12, but Azera moves up the leaderboard. So anyway, it's Red Dragon, the first boat to miss out on the medal race. Deja Vu, AlessandroMerlino, Oho, Confluencia, Coach, Lafpaco, and Secret Sailing. Those in red will not make it to the medal race, but congratulations to everybody else. So at the moment, holding that gold medal position is Luca of Italy. Silver at the moment is Denmark's Lucas Moore, and Bundesliga team of Germany, the 14-year-old from Hamburg, is sitting in third place. It's double points in this race. So 24 points is the maximum amount that Luca can get. So the worst position, the worst score he could get is 26 points, which means everybody is in the hunt for a medal of one colour or another. How long to the next race?
Next race will be ready when the players has been confirmation, had been doing the confirmation that the 12 players are ready for the next race. And as I just wrote, the organizers, it doesn't change anything that Azera didn't get a discard, because then he just moved up. Red Dragon still with 19 points, Velista 7-1 with 18 points. So Red Dragon from Belgium is out of the race. He's one of my favorite players to watch in eSailing TV, but we're just waiting for confirmation when the next server is ready. I know the organizers are writing in a private chat with all the players, so we will watch the servers.
So those players were, during our break, were actually desperately waiting for that leaderboard. So they've seen it for the first time as we saw it for the first time. So they're now having to decide to kind of work out who is now going to be competing and who is out. And those who won't be competing obviously have to leave the game. There's a lot at stake, folks. The winner is going to get €500. That's the prize for the winner. 300 for second place, and the bronze medalist will get €100. So €900 is the prize purse for this Cicero Racing Cup, the very first time this event has been held, and the very first time we're seeing so many boats competing in a competition live on eSailing TV.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we're live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really, really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back. You're watching live coverage of the Cicero Racing Cup on eSailing TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on all sorts of channels. Wherever you want it, you've got it. Now, we've been doing some recalculating, haven't we, Thomas?
Yeah, we are going to the new scoreboard and see how it's going. And here we can see it. It doesn't change anything. We missed a little bit discard on some of them, but it's only changing in the top positions, not from top 12 and down. So here is the list. We are going to see the top first players we're going to see in the middle race.
So currently the top 3 are from Italy, from Denmark, and from the Ukraine. But there's just a point back from 3rd to 4th, and you can see how close it is to that 12th place. So Ballista 71 of Italy. So those in blue and the top 3 are through to the medal race, and their points will carry forward to the medal race, which is double points. 12 players, maximum of 24 points. So the worst that Luca of Italy, our leader, can get is 26 points.
And I'm just getting a small notification. I want to get it confirmed from the organizer itself that Maradoni is switching position with Red Dragon. So let's see if that happens when we are getting in race, and then we are getting ready. Right now we're just waiting for the next race, the next server to start. So let's wait for the boys to get ready, the skippers from around the world. It's going to be an international race. Alec, we're going to see the Cuban boat. We're going to see all the other boats are in there too. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah, so we're seconds away from the start of the race. They'll be into their pre-start sequence, trying to work out, according to how they read the wind on the course, they'll be trying to decide which side of the start line they want to be, or indeed if they want to stay in the middle of that start line. If you've just joined us, we're about to enjoy the medal race of this Cicero Racing Cup that's been competed in J70 boats. So normally you'd have a crew of 4 or 5.
And Alec, they are getting ready now, so let's go in.
Well, let's get to it then.
5 seconds.
Here we go. Seconds from the start of the medal race. Who is going to come out on top and win the €500 prize? It's a great start from the lister, from España, and from our overall leader Luca and Havoc of Turkey in 4th. Early days though, as they jostle for positions on the course and decide which side of the course is best for them. The majority going over this right-hand side of the course, with Acere of Cuba on this right-hand side. You can see the windsock, so the wind coming pretty much straight down the course as they head up to the yellow buoy that is just over 300 meters away. Red Dragon just about ahead, but it's all very close indeed at the moment. Some of the biggest names in eSailing competing in this medal race. And it is the climax of the evening. 3 qualification races has seen 8 boats discarded, and now we're down to the top 12. And at the moment, the computer is giving the 14-year-old from Hamburg Bundesliga team the lead. But how is it going to look when they get to the top of the course? 6 knots for this J70 upwind. You'll see them do, well, at least double that on the downwind legs.
if they're doing it right downwind, they will get around 15.4. We can see the wind will almost come direct from behind them, read the windsocks in the radar, and we can see it. All the boats attacking to the same side now. They're just waiting for the middle to tack to the left. I think Red Dragon will do it. We can see they're attacking in now. It's what I'm calling doing an attack. Let's see it here. If you can see Cruzolator had the red circle now, Lucas Moore has the red circle, so if one of the other boats are hitting him, they will get a penalty. They're racing towards the top mark, and the boats coming best around the top mark, the top 3 there, will maybe end up top 3. 50% of the race is about the start and the first mark, so let's see what's going to happen right now.
So the boats on this left-hand side already on that ley line. They will be going in a straight line to the mark, but obviously they're going to those that are off that ley line to the right-hand side are going to have to tack a couple of times to come into the mark. They have to round it as we're looking at it, round it from this left side. So it's Bundesliga team out in front. It's pretty close though with Red Dragon, but Bundesliga team have the advantage going into the mark. They'll go across the course now to the spreader mark.
L1 with a penalty. L1 getting a penalty by the Spanish boat. It can be costly because they're going downwind. So the world champ is under a slowdown at the moment. So can he come back?
Of France is under pressure as he aims for a podium place here in the medal race. Bundesliga team though out in front. It's so close between him and the Belgian Red Dragon. The Ukrainian also in the hunt for a medal, that's 767, but right now is struggling at the back of the fleet. A bad first leg for the Ukrainian. And look at them zigzag their way downwind.
If we read the radar, it's a good decision to do. That we can see the windsockers coming straight from behind, and the wind are in the middle at the moment. That's why they're not tacking to the ley lines at the moment. They're waiting for it and fighting each other. Let's see it here in 2D.
And they're a good view of the course and a good view of how the fleet is spread across the course. And they're quite slow downwind on this particular race. So the wind obviously lighter than it was in the qualification races, but it's the German, followed by the Belgian, followed by the Spaniard at the moment. There is the bottom gate. They can choose which of the marks to round. And it looks like the German is going to take this nearest mark, and Red Dragon has decided to split and go the other way. I mean, you get to the point where 2 legs left that if you can't just follow someone down the course because you're never going to catch them up unless, of course, they make a mistake.
And see how they're clustering up. L1 with another penalty for hitting the mark. Cicero from Cuba with a penalty for hitting one of the other boats. So L1 is almost out of the race. He's on 12th position now and have to fight his way back upwind. It's not a costly penalty. Upwind, it only cost 6 to 8 meters. So he's still back in the race.
Still so close though. By this stage on the earlier races, the fleet had already split up and we'd already seen the definite leaders break away. But there is nothing in this race so far, this halfway stage, that can tell us whether Red Dragon is going to still be in the lead at the top mark. It is really close.
It's a close one. According to the server, Red Dragon is closest to the mark, but is he in the best position? Right now we can see the German boat, HSC or HRSC it's called in German. Bundesliga team is going in towards him and doing an attack. Let's try to go down in 3D and see how close it is. If he can go in front and take control, tack in front of Red Dragon or penalty him, Red Dragon will lose meters. Let's see what happens here.
So our leading boats, the German and the Belgian, and they are bow to bow coming into this top mark. Remember, it's just 1 leg left. For the sailors amongst you trying to get a direction of the wind, look at the top left corner, our mini map at the top left corner there. The radar will show you the windsocks. That's it's pretty much coming straight at them, and they are now on the ley line, but I think that it is Red Dragon that has the better angle coming into this mark. And at the moment, I think he's going to have the advantage because he is in the circle first. So he's going to round the mark on the inside. Red Dragon takes the lead from Bundesliga team at the top mark. And the two of them will launch their spinnaker now. We will see that balloon out as they go round the spreader mark and head downwind. And then it's a drag race to the finish. Who will be the fastest? Will it be the Belgian or will it be the German who will claim the 500 euros? It's Espana 1731 in third and Lucas Moore in fourth.
Right now we're seeing two fights. We're seeing Lucas Moore fighting the Spaniard boat, and we're seeing HSC Bundesliga fighting Red Dragon. And because of their fight, they forget the two boats. Here they are fighting a little bit. Let's go down in 3D and see it. The Spaniard boat is front, Lucas Moore in second. If Lucas Moore keeps this position, he might win the medal race.
What you can see, the interesting thing about that shot is the white wind shadow. That's turbulence. That might be affecting Lucas Moore. He might just be out of that though. And you can see the finish line approaching at the top of the screen there, the green line. And who is going to get that? It is so close between the Spaniard and the German and the Dane and the Belgian. 4 nations represented and fighting for the win. And it looks like it could be the Spaniard who crosses the line first. Espana 1731 wins the medal race. Lucas Moore is second. And Bundesliga team is third with Red Dragon, who led at the top mark, ending up in fourth place. Cruzolator is in fifth. The Spaniard probably, I think that matches his best results in the qualification races. Wow, what a terrific medal race. Definitely the best race of the evening. Espana 1731 took it. Look how close it was, less than a second. Split first and second. Bundesliga team took second in the end, not Lucas Moore. Red Dragon in fourth, and the Cuban Azeri, who had a slow start in qualification, finishes the medal race in fifth ahead of Cruzolator and Italy's Ballista 71. Lots of Italian sailors taking part in this competition, but Ballista 71 in the end is the best placed Italian. There, look at that. You can see where the overtaking happened. You can see that battle between Lucas Moore and Bundesliga team and Espana 1731, who was way down, but then moved up with a great final downwind leg. Yeah, that was an exciting, absorbing race. Disappointment for Luca, who was our overall leader. I'm dying to find out. I'm dying for you to do your maths, Thomas, so we can find out the definitive winner overall. Because, of course, the winner of the medal race is not necessarily the overall winner of the regatta. We need to do the maths. We need to work out, according to the points in the medal race, who will come out on top overall.
So, who will get the win? Here we can see it. We can see who's on the list before we're doing the medal race. So, who will win totally? They're getting 2 points for the position. We will just manage to keep this one on screen until we are making the next result list. So, please stay tuned, and we will be back within the next couple of minutes. and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info. And welcome back in eSailing TV. We're just waiting for confirmation by the organizers if we have been doing our scoreboard right before we are telling everybody how it's going. But it's a close one, I just have to say. It's a very close one. So guys, Alec, will you keep us through?
Yeah, well, as things stand, and I'm not going to give anything away at the moment, but as things stand, there was a real kind of a real change, snakes and ladders off the leaderboard. So things have been shaken up by that medal race. It was close, it was exciting, and it has changed the overall leader, and it has changed the medal positions as well. And remember, there are €100 up for grabs for the winner. So I'm hearing that we're going to take a break, and then we will be back with confirmation of first, second, and third in this very first Cicero Racing Cup.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we're live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. go to YouTube, write eSailing Space TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really, really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching. And welcome back in eSailing TV. We're still waiting for the confirmation from Cruzolator. Let's see how it's going. We are not allowed to say anything yet before I get this confirmation from Cruzolator. So right now we're just waiting him to say everything's good. So let's see how it's going. Let me just wait for it. And Norman, thank you for watching. Yeah, it was a nice race. No, Norman, what you have to know about eSailing TV is a lot of people are watching it afterwards. In total, we have more than 1,000 people watching some of these top races, and I think we're going to hit a record with this one. It's Cicero Cup with some of the top races in the world. And Alec, what do you think about this way of doing Cicero Cup?
I think it's great, but I think we need to know who's won. I think we need to give Cicero, not Cicero, we need to give Cruzolator a bit of a shove to get him to confirm the overall results. And we know who has won it. And we're just waiting for that confirmation, aren't we? But it's been great. It's been 3 good qualification races and then a really exciting climax in the medal race as well. Okay, let's try and call Lucas Moore.
Let's try to call Lucas Moore and see how he was been doing. Let's just invite him into our room and see if he wants to talk with us at the moment. We're just waiting for him to getting in. And Alec, I'll just go to the studio with you and Lucas for a moment. Lucas, can you hear us? Lucas? Hello, Lucas?
Pushing the technology boundaries here tonight.
Yeah. So, and I don't think Lucas is with us. I can see his mic is closed, so we will just move him out. No, he's there. Suddenly he came through. And Lucas, how was the race today?
Really, really intense, I must say.
Well, talk us through it from your point of view.
The medal race, I was just hoping for a good clear start and not get any penalties, which I succeeded in. I actually didn't get a single penalty for the whole regatta, and then just stay away from trouble and sail my own race.
Yeah, your qualification races were a little bit mixed, wouldn't you say?
Well, I got 2 second places and then I think an 8th place.
Yeah.
In the last one, where I got
You were able to discard, so that was good.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that during the race.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hoping, oh no, I'm not going to make it to middle race, but lucky with a discard.
Yeah. So you've enjoyed the Cicero Racing Cup. What about the conditions out on the water, do you think, and your competitors?
Well, I thought it was quite tricky with the wind and getting a clear start because everyone has such a high level in the game now. So
Yeah.
you really have to fight for your position in the start.
So which start did you prefer? You've had what, 4 races tonight? Which was your favourite?
I think one of the first 2 races. I think the 3rd race, my start was really, really bad.
Yes, but I seem to remember you came back, I think. And how was your start in the medal race?
The center of the line, I think.
Yeah.
With a lot of people crossing me after the start.
So
I was just trying to keep the speed and not get any penalties.
yeah, do you find the Do you find every race is teaches you something? Do you feel you improve with every race?
Well, yes. So maybe. Well, it really depends on the start, but also going upwind on the first beat. It's really you really have to try to stay in clear air and not get too close to the other boats.
Which class of boat do you race in eSailing? Which ones do you compete in?
I do the eSailing World Championship. So the NACRA, the 49er, and the J70.
Right, the three classes, yeah. And do you find they're obviously very different in real life? I mean, they're different from each other in real life. Do you find that they react differently in eSailing?
Yes, the J70 is definitely the slower boat and much easier to control on boat-on-boat situations. Where the NACRA and the 49er, they are really, really fast in the maneuvers, so it's really hard to crash into another boat when you try to duck behind them or go in front.
Right. So if someone is watching this for the first time, they think they want to give eSailing a go. Is the J70 your recommendation as a starting boat?
Well, I would definitely just jump in and just learn the boats as you go.
Alec, why we have Lucas online with us? I just got confirmation that we can confirm the top 3 positions. There are something with 7 and 9th. It doesn't matter. It's top 3 we are looking at. And Lucas is okay. You're online with us. So please see this result here, Alec. It's coming up now.
So, Lucas and everyone, have a look at this result because Lucas Moore is out in front and he is our champion of the very first Cicero Racing Cup. Congratulations, Lucas.
Thank you very much.
You'd probably done your own maths and worked this out. We'd kind of worked it out about 20 minutes ago, but we were having to wait for confirmation that you had in fact got it. I can't actually read the leaderboard on my screen at the moment, but I know that you, and it was pretty close in the end, I think.
Yeah, I think also the finish in the medal race, we were 3 boats that could win that race.
Okay, so it's Lucas out in front. He takes the regatta victory, and then what about your competitor from Germany, the young guy in Bundesliga team who has finished second overall, just 2 points behind you? It was close with him, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Lucas is not with us anymore. We just managed to lose connection to him. But let's take the result from top, Alec. Lucas Moore, Denmark, winning the race. Only 2 points in front of a RSC Bundesliga team Germany. The Spanian boat who won the medal race is getting in third. And these are the top 3, the winners of this Cicero Racing Cup. Fantastic to see.
And a good result overall for Azera, the Cuban, who I know had a difficult first race. 767 of Ukraine, who I believe started in the top 3, started that medal race, dropped down in the end to 6th place. Cruzolator, Red Dragon, who was challenging in the medal race. It wasn't good enough in the end, finishing 4th in the medal race. Havoc of Turkey, Ballista 71 and L1 also down there, equal on points with Roxy Joni. So some debate apparently for the ones lower down the leaderboard, but there is no debate, no question, no doubt as to our overall champion for the first Cicero Racing Cup, and that is Denmark's Lucas Moore. Well done to him.
Alec, what a pleasure to be in studio with you tonight. It's the first time ever we've been doing remote streaming live in Italy with players from around the world. You're sitting home in London, I'm doing the production in Denmark, and we're communicating with players from all around the world. Thank you for being in studio with me today. It has been a great pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's and really the racing has been really exciting. It's been good action, good, entertaining stuff. So well done as well to Cruzolator and AlessandroMerlino for organising this regatta. They've done a good job, and provided us with some really top sailors from around the world.
And before ending up, I promise Cruzolator and AlessandroMerlino that we are saying thank you to Lucas Moore for helping them out, thank you to L1 for helping them out, and thank you for all the skippers joining in the race, for doing such a good discipline, to being online, being on time. Then next time we will see what we can do about the scoreboard, but if it's only changing the 7th and the 9th position, then everything is good here on online streaming in eSailing. For all of you who've been watching us, remember to play it. It's Virtual Regatta inshore online, and this is where the game and the party are. So
and also, I should say that if you're tuning in, for the first time, you've enjoyed it. We've got plenty of videos, plenty of commentated races on eSailing TV. I think it's so fascinating and so interesting that I should do an episode of my Sailing Uncovered podcast on eSailing. I think that will have to be done very soon. But other than that, thanks very much for watching, and we shouldn't forget to say thanks, grazie anche a tutti che ci hanno seguito in Italia, a Formia. Buon proseguimento della serata e buon proseguimento con questo festival di cultura e di sport a Formia.
And let's close up by there. Thank you for watching eSailing TV. We will be back for more.